Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday and Betsy here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a fancy schmancy double looped head pin. So what we need for this project are several pairs of pliers. I've got my chain nose pliers, I've got my nylon tipped pliers, and this is really important because this is going to help me to wrap the loops up without harming my wire. I have my side cutters, I have my wire straightener, I have a 20 gauge solid brass wire from Parawire. It doesn't matter what kind of wire you use, zebra wire, whatever you have, it will work as long as it's half hard. That's just going to give you a little bit more strength in the wire to work with, so it doesn't get all bent out of shape. This just happens to be my favorite. I have my bench block, I have a nylon hammer, and I have a 6-step looper plier thingy. I don't know what the official name of this is, but this is what you're going to need for this project. And of course you're going to need a couple of beads. And if you see this little fancy bead right here that has a floral pattern on it, in a future video I'm going to show you how to do that because it's really pretty. Alright, so let's leave that right here and give me 1 minute and we'll get started. Okay, so let's get started. To begin, what I'm going to need is my wire, and I'm going to cut about, I'm going to say about 5 inches. I mean, it seems like a lot of wire, but I also like to make my head pins fairly long, so I have a lot of options. I'm going to straighten my wire out. There we go. Nice and flat. And I just estimate, I don't know, this is probably a little longer than I would need, but I just like the option, like I said, to add more beads if I want to. Okay, to start this loop, we're going to use our step pliers, and I'm going to use the second to the largest. And I'm going to position these right here. The reason being, this is going to be the long side that I put the beads on. Actually, I'm going to move this down a little bit, and this is going to be the side that I use to wrap the loops. So what I'm going to do is very slowly is I'm going to just push the wire up and around just like this, and if you see I can't go any further, so what I have to do is just turn the pliers around and finish my loop until the wires have crossed just like that. Okay, I'm going to slip that off. And what you're going to get is something that looks more or less like this. Now I want to make the smaller loop, and I also want to keep the working part of the wire in the back. So this is going to be a longer wire that we put the beads on. Now I'm going to use the second to the smallest, and I'm going to put my wire right here, just like that, right where the beads cross. You can see that. Right where the beads cross, and I'm gonna loop. I'm gonna just push that wire around. Again, whoops, I hope that was clear. I just push the wire around, and as you can see I can't go any further, so I'm gonna slip this off, and I'm gonna insert the pliers. Whoops, this is a little fiddly here, so hang on 1 minute. I'm going to insert the pliers just like this. Come on, I know you can go in there. There you go. Just like this, making sure everything is straight. Do you see how I did that? And then I'm going to continue this wire loop. Hang on, I've got to hold on to these a little bit more. And I'm going to continue this wire loop over like that. Again until they cross. Whoops, let me flatten that out just a little bit. And then I'm going to take this off. Oops, oops, oops. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. And I get a loop that looks like this. Now this is going to be our wrapping loop. This is going to be the bead loop. And I'm going to want to straighten this up to a 90-degree angle. So what I'm going to do is just take my pliers, and I'm sorry my camera is shaking because I have a very shaky table. I'm going to put them just like this, and I'm going to push the wire into what hopefully is a 90-degree position, like that, sort of. All right, so I think I just kind of overdid it, so I'm just going to pull this back a little bit. There we go. All right, so our wrapping wire is in the front, and then our stringing wire is in the back, and this is kind of what we got. This is what we got. So I'm just going to hammer this just a little bit, just to flatten this out, because, you know, the wire gets all wonky when you're trying to twist it and turn it. And do the front and the back. And this isn't to harden it, it's just to kind of get everything back where it's supposed to be. All right, so this is what we got. Okay, so the last step is to do the wrap. So I'm going to take my my coated pliers, and I'm going to hold them as close to the top of this as I can, just like that. If you can see, I don't know, you probably can't see, but hopefully you can. And I'm just going to hold these really tight so that nothing slips, and I'm going to just, let me adjust those a little bit. I'm going to do my wrap. I'm going to do one. I'm wrapping away from me. I'm doing the second, and that should be enough. So we have 2 wraps, just like that. And actually, you know what, I'm going to wrap it around just a little bit more. So forget what I just said. Okay, we're going to wrap it around one more time. There we go. All right, how do we look over here? Okay, we look good. So this is going to be the front of our loop. This is going to be the back. And I have a little extra wire right here. I just moved it a little bit more further over just to make it look a little neater. I'm just going to clip just like that. And I have a little bit of a raw end right here, which I'm going to push in with my pliers just to neaten everything up so nothing gets scratched. And if I need to readjust a little bit, I can. I'm going to make this a little bit more upright. There we go. All right. In fact, I think I just want to make it a little less crooked. There we go. All right, and there is our double loop. I hope you can see that. We're all ready to add some beads. So you put your beads on, and then you can go ahead and make your earrings. So that was it. It's a little fiddly. Takes a little bit of practice, but it looks really pretty when you're done. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.